Hello teachers and welcome to our video lesson presented by Maggie Inman, Bailey Knapp, Channing McConnell, and Caitlin Haynes. Today we are going to talk about digital literacy and computational thinking. So let's start off talking about the South Carolina Digital Literacy and Computer Science or Computational Thinking Standards. So first of all, what are these standards and why do they exist? These standards are an outline of necessary skills and knowledge students are required to obtain before graduating high school. And these standards establish a necessity for computer science and computational thinking to be taught in the classroom. So why do these standards exist? These standards exist for a multiple of reasons, but a few are that they exist to develop the knowledge, skills, and characteristics the state has given to graduates, and they exist to ensure accountability in the classroom for administrators, educators, and students. So let's move on to talk about digital literacy and what it is. So digital literacy is a component of media literacy. It refers to an individual's abilities to find, evaluate, produce, and communicate clear information through writing and other forms of communication on various digital platforms. So digital literacy is a component of multiple different things, and it involves critical thinking and evaluation, e-safety, cultural and social understanding, global collaboration, to curate information, to be a proficient communicator, to enhance your creativity, and for practical and functional skills. And so here's an article here that you can check out to learn more information about digital literacy.
It is important to have digital literacy in many aspects of life. You will use it whether you are a student, a teacher, and even a member of society. As a member of society, it is important to have digital literacy skills to be able to actively engage in the digital world while you are accessing public services, online shopping, and communicating through social platforms. You can also use these skills to enhance your employment options and performances, as well as accessing important information like government and public services. For students, it provides them with tools they will need throughout their future learning opportunities. These skills will also keep them safe while on the internet or other digital platforms while promoting independent learning. Digital literacy is important for teachers also, not only so they can teach students how to safely engage in the digital world, but also to teach them how to be independent learners. Teachers will also be able to teach their students which tools are helpful and which tools are not, improving their own digital literacy techniques. This chart in the bottom right corner also provides some other aspects digital literacy encourages in the classroom, such as creativity, critical thinking and evaluation, cultural and social understanding, collaboration, the ability to find and select information, effective communication, e-safety, and functional skills.
So what does it mean to have digital citizenship in your classroom? We have an article here that can further explain what we are talking about, but mostly we're meaning highlighting skills that you want your students to have, establishing norms in your classroom, so good procedures, clear reasoning for why you want students to do what they're doing, and then modeling behavior that you want to see in your students. This can be as simple as just when you're on the internet, you're using all those tools that we've just discussed and that we will discuss, and being a good part of society online. So what is this digital citizenship? It means the quality of a response to membership in a digital community. So we're talking about how you are interacting with others in a digital community. We talk about being a good citizen, but this is being a good digital citizen. And it also means self-monitored participation that reflects conscious interdependence with all community members. So, minding how you're responding to people, how you are interacting with everyone online and in your online world. So some examples of digital citizenship, this just means, following the safety rules. So when you're online, only going to approved websites. Don't go to websites that are scams or that are going to give you viruses. It's engaging in safe behavior in social interactions online, such as multiplayer gaming online and internet-connected computer and cell phones. So, like, when you're playing a game with a lot of people online, if you're in a chat room, being respectful, not threatening, none of that. Avoid cyberbullying and report cyberbullying. So if you are in an unsafe space, let the people who are running the website know. And don't be that person. Be respectful, be kind. And of course, don't share your private information online. That is bonkers.
Here are more examples of digital citizenship. Citing the proper sources, for example, when making a PowerPoint, cite the website you got it from, or when typing a research paper, cite the journal you got your information from. Demonstrating digital etiquette, for example, only sharing something if you have permission to share it, or not commenting rude things on a political post you don't agree with. Using the proper medium of communication, for example, emailing your professor instead of sending them a message with Facebook Messenger, or the opposite, texting your friend about lunch tomorrow instead of emailing them. All of these examples are based on the South Carolina Computer Science and Digital Literacy standards and what the students are expected to learn. This slide talks about how digital citizenship fits into the South Carolina Computer Science Digital Literacy standards. I searched the standards document for digital citizenship and it appeared only 6 times. Once in the kindergarten standards, once in the first grade standards, once in second grade, once in the third grade, once in the fourth grade, and once in the 5th grade standards. Listed under Standard 2 for digital literacy for grades K-5 through 2nd grade, the standard is learn the fundamental of digital citizenship and appropriate use of digital media. This means that students are expected to have learned to be good digital citizens. Listed under Standard 2 for digital literacy for 3rd grade and through 5th grade, the standard is demonstrate an awareness of fundamentals of digital citizenship. This means that these students are expected to already know how to be a good digital citizen and that are to show what they have already learned. After the 5th grade standards, digital citizenship is not mentioned.